you see, that's called limiting beliefs. Yeah, that's a limiting belief. You say you hate the camera. Why do you hate the camera, right? You gotta ask yourself that question. I used to hate the camera. Like I tell you right now, I had this limiting belief that a couple years ago I wouldn't even be able to, turn on a camera. You know what I mean? So my story is this, man. When I was in high school, I actually never talked to nobody. So because recently I got a message from this one girl. She's like, "Man, Hanny, I love what you're doing online. You know what I mean? It's amazing to see what you're doing, man. Like a couple years ago, you're a quiet guy. You never spoke to nobody." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. Because I never did. I never talked to nobody growing up in high school." But what happened was that I found out that the reason why I was like that is because of my upbringing. When I got into personal development, I was listening to a lot of Tony Robbins. And Tony, I remember this is 2019. Tony Robbins was talking about that, what you're doing is actually not your fault. It's your programming, it's your parents. So what you gotta do is you gotta go look at your parents and their habits. My dad growing up was a person that he never liked being around people. He was always isolated, He never kind of wanted to, he never even broke bread with nobody. He always kind of ate alone. So I realized a lot of those habits installed in me growing up, right? Where I started to do the same thing. So in high school, I was always kind of like an introvert. I never hanged around nobody, you know what I mean? I kind of just did my own thing, played basketball, went home, played video games, right? Never talked to nobody. But you realize those habits went on for a very long time. But then when I had to break that stuff, I had to work on my limiting beliefs. Why am I doing these certain habits? Why am I doing these certain things? But then when I got into the game of business, I realized that it's all about people. It's about serving people. It's about helping people. So if I don't break those limiting beliefs, then I won't go far in life. So that's where you have to consistently work on those limiting beliefs. And I think personal development is a great way to do that. So the last literally 5 years, that's what I've been doing. Consistently just working on my mindset, breaking my beliefs every single day. So now being able to get on camera and talk the way I'm doing now, it didn't happen overnight. So it took time, you know what I'm saying? So, but I had to tell myself, like, no, I'm in this position now. I'm running a company. I'm doing business. I got to be able to get out of my comfort zone, or else I'm going to be stuck to doing the same thing, which I don't want to do. So you have to break those limiting beliefs. You got to start somewhere, man. I always say, man, the greatest thing is you got to start and you figure it out. Communication and understanding people is you got to go out there and really. So what I started doing when I got into the business side of things, I said, okay, I'm going to go meet 20, 30 people today, and I'm going to go talk to them in person. So that's what I was doing. That's how I was able to break my belief system, because I knew that I need to get out there with the people, right, and talk to them. Find out what is their problems and fix it. You got to be a problem solver, man. That's what business is all about. So if you just think that you're going to be isolated by yourself at home, thinking that magic is going to happen, then hey, good luck. I want to be a winner, man. I want to be a champion. I want to dominate the marketplace. I got to go out there with the people. It's all about the people, man. So that's what I preach now. So I'm big into the community. I'm big into doing entrepreneurship. So that's what it's all about, man.